Alright kids, well, hope everybody's doing well. I received something today that I just figured I'd share with you guys. It's essentially a kit to do soldering and repairs on electronic devices. Why, you may ask? Well, there's a few projects I wanted to try, particularly a couple of lighting projects that Toronto RC, another YouTuber, did to his Tello and to his Bolt B, so I thought that'd be really fun to do those. So what I figured I would do was do a sort of unboxing for you guys of the kit. It actually only came wrapped in a piece of plastic in the box, so you know there's not really much for me to open, but I figured I'd just show you what's in it and what I might be using it for. So there's a handy little user manual, which is kind of good because, you know, some people might not know what some of these things are, including myself. It's been quite a while since I've used a soldering iron or a multimeter. I've got a background in robotics, but that was literally like 27 years ago. I was in software and management for many, many years and didn't touch a soldering iron or go near a hardware bench again for a long time. So yeah, it's been a while since I've actually touched any electronics. So let's see what's in this thing. All right. Ooh, nice and neatly packaged. I like that. That's going to be good. I've got a really messy studio and a lot of junk in here, so it's going to be nice to be able to make sure that I can put everything back in the same places and not lose it. Okay, there's a warranty card. All right, so we've got a little screwdriver, always useful. We have a little pair of side cutters for cutting wire. That will be great. I'll just kind of take this stuff out as we go and ditch the little bits of plastic and paper. Okay, an X-Acto knife, just an extendable razor blade essentially for cutting fine things. That's useful. This, I assume, is going to be a pair of tweezers. These are going to be lifesavers. You know, for manipulating small objects. I mean, I've got big meaty fingers and chunky hands, so yeah, these will be good. Okay, electrical tape, absolutely need that. Okay, these are leads for the multimeter, so they'll plug into that multimeter and then I will interact with electronic circuits with it. Here, looks like we've got some soldering tips. So depending on the kind of soldering you're doing, whether it's very, very fine or larger joints, you'll use a different tip. Okay, this is used to cool the soldering iron down and to, you know, to kind of form a hard edge. It's just a piece of sponge. All right, what else have we got here? This, in the center, is a soldering remover, so that way you can basically heat up. It's like a little vacuum pump. So you charge it like that. You would use the soldering iron to heat up some solder and then it would suck it up and get rid of it. So basically it's a little vacuum cleaner for solder. Very, very useful. Okay, and over here we have the soldering iron itself tucked away. This is the most important object, obviously, because this is what I'm going to be using to add wires and add things to the power boards inside either the Tello or the Holystone Bolt B. So that's the keystone there. And we've got a nice little pen full of solder. Looks like it's a rosin core solder, I hope. Okay. Here, looks like we have a stand for the soldering iron. I'm not sure how that will go, how that works, but... Oh, here we go. There's a base. That's how that goes. So, something like that, I imagine. And then this will probably go over here. Anyway, we'll figure that out in a little bit. That bit's out. Okay, and a multimeter, another extremely important part of this. I'll open that up just to take a peek. Okay, it's got a little gel kind of skin around it. It's got a little foldable hinge so that you can have it sitting on the bench as you're using it with the leads to take measurements. And so for those of you who don't know, a multimeter, essentially this is going to allow you to look at a circuit and measure voltages, measure currents, measure resistances and ohms and things like that. Been a while since I've used one, so I'll probably need to read the little manual and brush up on the operation. Anyway, so that's about it for this kit. This is the Handskit, and it's just an all-in-one kit for doing electronic repairs. There it is, guys. So hopefully that was useful, and I'll let you know as I use it. I'll be using it this weekend to do some of these little upgrades and mods that I was talking about, adding LEDs to this guy here, and maybe even the Bolt B, so I'll keep you posted.